Hello, hello, and welcome to the Magnificent Abundance Manifester. So, I was walking next to this park and I thought it's a great opportunity to have a chat with you on something that I talked about in my Q&A session of one of my course. Right now I'm doing the 50 Shades course and we're already on module 4, and a question came up that I thought was fun to look into, and I'm coming from my floating session where I feel refreshed, happy and relaxed. So I thought, you know what, let's do this. Okay, so everybody, so if you're watching live with me, say hi. It would be nice to have a little chat as well with those who are watching, or if you're watching the replay, put a comment or even write replay, whatever you need to say, an emoji or something nice. Okay, good. All right, so the question that came yesterday was around when you tap into your intuition. So basically, when you are talking to your spirit guides, how do you know it's really your spirit guides and you're not really going crazy and you're not in that case? Meaning you're not schizophrenic, right? And you're hearing voice that are actually not real and you're making it all up and you're basically losing your mind. So how do you make the difference? How do you know that it's actually something that you're channeling, that is, your intuition is expressing itself to you? So the answer to this is, for some time before I learned to use my intuition and to tap into my intuition, I always wondered, these people that you see in movies, mostly, from my end, that's where I would see that maybe they were not crazy, maybe this is something that they were actually really tapping into, but they didn't know how to handle it, how to channel it. So that's a thought I used to have, but I didn't know at the time that you could actually really hear your intuition talking to you, and spirit guides was actually a thing. That was way before I was more, let's say, in tune with myself, and before I had the trainings I was exposed to various different situations. So now, yes, there are some people who can lose their mind and can totally lose touch with reality. But are you one of them? I don't think so. Why? Because these people, they're gone when they are in that state. They don't even have a sense, a grip. They've lost grip with reality. They don't know what's what, who's who. They go into these different perception of reality where everything is confused. They're confused, and that's not you. So if you have the opportunity to explore your intuition, the first thing is to follow whatever methodology you've learned with your mentor and your teacher. And you need to make sure that you stay in light, in high vibration energy, because if you don't know how to do it, you can channel things that are actually of different vibrations that are not necessarily good for you and are not of a high frequency. So as long as you connect to a high frequency, that you're connected to the light, to divine source, to something that is elevated and which is in the light, which is not from the dark forces, right? So then you're safe. So you will have been given by whoever you're working with, or whoever you are learning from, what to do and how to do these things. Okay, so in essence, it's about always being connected to a high frequency, a high source of energy. And when you are in that high vibration mode, then then you will be able to start feeling things, hearing things. And you're not going to feel like you're losing your mind, because it's going to be very subtle. It's not going to be like a huge, like your spirit guide is not going to take a mic and scream in your ears. It's not something that is going to be super loud. It's going to be really, really subtle. And how do you learn to first accept what you're receiving, then understand, and then give a meaning to it? It's by practicing. And that feeling of trust that you have into your abilities, into your own senses. So when someone is training their intuition, there are two parts to it. So one part is about learning to heal yourself by using some tools, right? So, and what is really healing yourself is opening up your senses and removing the heaviness, the darkness, the negativity that has been weighing on you, of course. That's the big part of the healing. But at the same time, what you're learning is to open your senses to receiving messages. Messages that are going to be sent to you through your intuition, through divine guidance. So, what do I mean by that? You're going to feel things in your body. You're going to have a taste in your mouth sometimes. You're going to smell something that is not here, that is not next to you. You're going to have pictures in your mind. That's what I call visions. You're going to really be in a state of receiving all of these messages, and then slowly and gradually you're going to know what that means. Okay? So and the meaning will be not necessarily something that comes from a dictionary that you need to borrow. It's going to be your own understanding. Everybody has their own way of perceiving messages, and the meaning is based on what they're going to give to it. So for example, I will work with a client, right? And then I will see something, I will sense something, I will smell something, and then the meaning will come into my mind. It's not going to be something logical. It's going to be that inner knowing. And I remember, obviously, I have loads of friends who are psychics and who are super intuitive, right? So I've been exposed to this for quite a while now, so that's why it doesn't scare me. And it doesn't, I've learned to trust. And because I've seen how they were receiving the messages and how much trust they were giving to what they were seeing. But also I've been, I did a training as well. So the point I'm making is by practicing, then you're going to learn to know what this little tiny sensation means to you, and then you're going to build a relationship with your intuition, and that's how you want to operate and lead your life. So whether it's in business, in private life, or any decisions, tap into your intuition and ask, what do I need to do next? What does it mean? It's not really easy because we have our own insecurities, our own crap that sometimes is going to make our understanding blurry or screw up with our perception. That's why you need to heal yourself as well. So there is a strong correlation between those who are healing themselves and those who are developing their intuition. In fact, my clients, the more they work with me and the deeper work we do, the more intuitive they become. It's like a logical step. It's a normal evolution. Why? Because by clearing what is cluttering their senses, then they are going to be more receptive to. You hear? They're going to be more receptive to what's happening around them. So don't worry, you're not schizophrenic. And I remember once my professor of philosophy said that there is a fine line between madness and and what's normal, because what's normal, it's what defines normal. It's something that is accepted by a group of people, a norm that is accepted, right? So, well, we're not going to debate here or go into a big discussion around what's madness, what's normal. But the point is, look, when you are developing your intuition, you're going to feel things, see things that very few people might be able to do, because they don't have that developed. It's like you have a superpower. And that superpower is something that many of you can tap into, can access. And some will have that from very early on. That's a fact. Some people are very good at math, right? While those others are very good in literature. They didn't need any extra help. They had it from the beginning. Same thing with intuition. Some people start with really good, amazing sense of intuition, and they're crushing it. Some will need more practice. They will become good, very good, but it's something that they will have to practice. Work really hard to improve. Some, they just need a few sessions and then they will fly, because they already had that potential to start with. Nothing wrong or bad about that. It's just what you are born with, your gift, or whatever your attributes. Some people are born with some gifts, some with others. Again, nothing wrong, nothing bad with that. So that was it for today. I hope that it helped you to understand how to tap into your intuition. And if you have any question around this, obviously don't hesitate, put a comment, ask me. And I will encourage you to keep feeling your way through life, keep trusting whatever comes to you. Don't be scared, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to trust yourself. Obviously, those who are afraid is because they've had bad experiences before. And someone even asked me once, how come sometimes I believe that was my intuition and actually I got it wrong? Well, it was not really your intuition, darling. It was something else. It was ego maybe, but you had a lot of healing beforehand to be done, which hasn't been done. And then the more healing you do, the more your intuition is going to be acute. Okay, make sense? Right, so on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. It was really nice to talk to you today. Haven't done a live for a while, so I really enjoyed it. And it was a nice setting. You like it? Okay, so I'm going to wish you a beautiful rest of the day and happy manifesting. Bye.